Observes. The gentleman from Oklahoma is recognized.
Mr. Speaker, I yield 2 minutes to the distinguished member from New York, former chairman of the Homeland Security Committee and one of the most distinguished members of this body, Mr. King.
The gentleman from New York is recognized for 1 minute.
I thank the gentleman for yielding. Mr. Speaker, I rise in strong support of the rule and equally strong support of the underlying legislation, particularly the Freeling-Heising Amendment, which is so vital to the people of New York, New Jersey, Connecticut, and especially my area on Long Island, Nassau and Suffolk County. To put this in perspective, there were 305,000 homes in New York damaged. 2.2 million people lost their power. That's more than the population of 15 states. That's 2.2 million people lost their power. In Nassau and Suffolk counties, 95,000 buildings were damaged. More than 38,000 have more than 50% damage. In Nassau County, and the county executive, Ed Mangano, was here today, they have more than $6 billion in recovery costs. That's $6.1 billion for one county. In Suffolk County, under County Executive Steve Bellone, $1.8 billion in recovery costs. So here's two adjoining suburban counties with almost $8 billion in recovery costs. Now, I was here in 2005 for Katrina. In fact, I had become chairman of the Homeland Security Committee just several weeks after Katrina. Within days of being chairman, I went to Louisiana with Ranking Member Thompson and to Mississippi. Congressman Riker was with me as well. And that was less than 3 weeks after Katrina. 10 days before that, the House of Representatives had passed 2 appropriations bills totaling $63 billion. The first appropriations bill was introduced, passed on a voice vote, passed unanimously by the Senate, and signed by the President all in one day. 4 days after that, another bill came up for the balance of the $63 billion, which passed the House by a vote of 410 to 11, passed unanimously in the Senate, and was signed by the President all in one day. Now, 11 weeks have gone by. Now, there's a lot of reasons for that. One thing, Governor Cuomo, Governor Christie, Mayor Bloomberg, they submitted the most detailed summaries ever, the most detailed accounting ever, and so it took them about 30 days to get that in. Then the White House held it for several weeks. They went through it. That was their prerogative. The Senate finally voted on it just before Christmas, and as you know, I wish that this had passed our House.
Yield the gentleman an additional minute.
Gentleman's recognized for another minute.
2 weeks ago on New Year's Day. The fact is it didn't, but that's behind us. Right now we are standing together as one in a bipartisan show of support. The time for recriminations is over. Let's stand together as Americans, and let's get the aid to the people who need it, because in my district alone, in my community, people are homeless, people are cold, people are without food. This is a serious, serious matter. We have to address it. We have to do it as quickly as possible. I'm proud to stand here today with all of us united. Now, there may be divisions in the vote, but all of us are committed to getting this done. I want to thank the gentleman from Oklahoma, thank the chairman of the Rules Committee, Mr. Sessions, for the great job that they've done in bringing it here with a fair rule and allowing for an up-and-down vote. And again, I urge support of the Rogers bill and the underlying and the accompanying Freeling-Heising Amendment, absolutely essential to the people of our region, and most importantly, most important and essential to the people of our country. I yield back the balance of my time.
The gentleman from New York yields back. The gentleman from